All right, so now that we've seen a box plot, we've learned all the words that we need to help us understand what a box plot is and to help us figure out the questions. How do we actually make a box plot? And that's what we're going to do now. So I've got this example, all these different numbers, and we're going to make a box plot. So first, like we talked about before, when we're trying to find the median, we need to line up these numbers least to greatest. That's going to help us find the median, the maximum, and the minimum. Those are the first parts we want to look for. So in this data, I see the smallest number is a 2, then 4, 6, 10, 12, 15, 17, 19, and then 25. Always double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So I've put my numbers in order from least to greatest. I'll put them up there. So now I can go through and pull out my information that I need. The minimum. Remember, the minimum is the smallest number. What's my smallest number in this set? 2. My minimum is 2. My maximum, remember the maximum is the largest number, the biggest number, is 25. After my minimum and my maximum, I like to find the median. Remember, that's the number that's in the middle when we line them up. So to figure out which one's the median, I'm just going to go back and forth between my two different sides and crossing out numbers till I see which one is in the middle. And as I cross out, I see I have one number in the middle. My median is 12. If there were two numbers in the middle, we would average them. If there were two numbers in the middle, we would average them. So now that I've got my median, I want to find my lower quartile, which is going to be the number on the left side of my box. So I need to find the median of the lower half of my data, my smaller numbers. So here, this side, 2, 4, 6, and 10, that is the lower half, the smaller half of my data. I need to find the median there. So I'm going to do the same thing. I don't need 12 anymore. 12 was my median. I'm only finding the median of these points. So here, I cross off a 2, I cross off a 10, but I have 4 and 6 left in the middle. Do you remember what I said happens if there's two numbers? We have to average them. We have to average them. In case you forgot to find the average or the mean, you have to add them all up and divide by how many there are. So here, my two numbers are 4 and 6. I need to add 4 plus 6, and then divide by 2 because there's two numbers. So if I bust out my calculator, 4 plus 6 gives me 10, and then 10 divided by 2 gives me 5. So here, my lower quartile would be 5. Now I need to do the same thing to find my upper quartile. So I look at, again, I already used my 12. I already used my median. I'm looking at these numbers now. So 15 and 25 cross each other out. But again, I have two numbers. I have 17 and 19. You find the average on your own. You find the average on your own. Pause the video, and when you've got your answer, check back with me. All right, again to average, I'm going to take 17 plus 19 and divide by 2 because there's two numbers there. 17 plus 19 gives me 36. 36 divided by 2 gives me 18. So that means my upper quartile is going to be 18. Go ahead, pause the video, make sure you've got all that information written down. Make sure you have all that information written down, and then we'll get into putting it on that number line. All right, this is the fun part. So now I need to put dots for each of these numbers. My minimum was 2, so I'm going to put a 2 or a dot above my 2. My maximum was 25. I'm going to put a dot above my 25. My lower quartile was 5, so I'm going to put another dot above that. My upper quartile was 18. And then my median was 12. Now that I have all of these dots, I can make my box and my whiskers. What's on the outside parts? The box or the whiskers? The whiskers go on my outside part. So there's my two whiskers. And then in the middle, I make my box. Use a ruler if you've got it. If you don't, that's okay. And there we see we've made our box and whisker plot. So recap one more time. First, we had to put numbers in order. Order numbers from least to greatest. Then we found the minimum and the maximum. Then we found our median. After the median, then we do our upper and our lower quartile. Then 5, we made the box plot on the number line. On your SOL, you might have to find each of those data points. You might have to put those dots and drag the box and drag the whiskers to fit the data. So it's important that we know these steps. It's important that we know these steps. If you have any questions about this, please let us know. Otherwise, go ahead and let's go on to the next video.